Hello everybody, Scotty the Trainer here. Thank you very much for joining me for Scotty the Trainer Tuesdays. Coming to you from the gazebo, living the gazebo life. Well, tonight we're going to wrap up this series that I've been dealing with, the message from the music. The message from the music. So you can check out the previous videos. There's 4 total, including this one, where we're talking about messages out of songs, out of the music, things of that nature. So tonight, wrapping up with the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. And what song? Well, there's a message in Beat It, but I'm not talking about that one. There's a message in Billie Jean. I'm not talking about that one either. So all of you guys watching, don't worry about child support. I'm not talking about Billie Jean. What I am talking about is the man in the mirror. Now, I don't have the time to break down every line of the song. Tremendous song, if you catch the message of it. But the chorus talks about the key. The key. Now, who would have thought that Michael Jackson had hit on the key of changing the world by the song? I'm staring at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could come any clearer. If you want to change the world, make the change. Now, the song itself, although a popular song and did come from Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace, but the message itself is one that's been given to us for time immemorial. Let's go back. Gandhi said, if you want to see the world change, you and I have to become that change first. We can even go all the way back to the Hebrew writings in the scripture that says, if a man wants to make friends, you want to have friends, you have to first show yourself friendly. The law of reciprocation, or the law of sowing and reaping, has been here since the world has began. Farmers operate their business and their life based on the law of sowing and reaping. If you want to reap an apple tree and apple orchards, you can't go planting corn and expect corn to give you apples. It just doesn't happen because it's not in them. But if you want an apple orchard, you plant those apple trees. You plant those apple seeds, which grow up into apple trees and can then grow into orchards because it's in them. Whatever's in you is going to come out. Now, unlike a seed, we as people, if we don't like what's inside of us, can make the change. Now, the song itself talks about, the very beginning of it, he says that he pulls his coat on, he's walking in the wintertime, and he's looking around, and he sees children playing, and he notices that they're hungry. They don't have any food or enough food to eat. But notice this. He doesn't turn around and point to those kids, or he doesn't say in the song, he goes chasing down the parents and say, why don't you feed these kids? Why don't you do better? But he says he goes home and looks at the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror. There's a lot of things in life that we don't like. There's a lot of things in the world that we don't like. And there's a lot of things we absolutely cannot control. But what we can control is the man in the mirror, or the woman in the mirror. Because we fail I think that when we talk about and say, well, I can't make a difference in this world, I think we do two things. Number one, I think we devalue who we are. I think we devalue who we are. And number two, I think we dissect ourselves from the human race. Think about this. The world evolves because of humans. We go to work, we make the jobs, we make the money, we spend the money, we vote people in office. Those people then run and try to legislate government and then legislate rules and laws and things of that nature. It all comes back to people. I don't think that you watching this video should at any moment shortchange your ability, because you affect your corner of the world. You know, I did a video some time back and I was talking about how comparison to other people, a lot of times it can be beneficial if we draw some type of inspiration and they aspire us to live up to a different level. But sometimes looking at other people can become dangerous and detrimental to us, because we look at them and say, well, I can never do what they do, so then we just step back. You know, I was training today about our company, and I said, is our company that I work for, is it perfect? No. But the difference between our company and other companies is that other companies will say, no company is perfect, and so they keep on doing what they're doing, destroying their people, hurting their customers. Our company, fortunately, says no company is perfect, but we don't use it as an excuse. We say we're not perfect, but where we are not perfect, we work on it. We strengthen the weak things. We strengthen the things that are need the opportunities, need the work, need the investment. I don't think that it's fair to you or to me to look at the man in the mirror and not say, change your ways. That's what the song says. The song says, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. But what's that got to do with the children that don't have enough food to eat? What's that got to do with the people out there that can't make it day to day? It has a lot to do with it. Because a better humanity means better works, better charity, better outreach, better effect in the world. Just a few days ago, I donated to Pelotonia Cancer Research. Am I going to cure cancer? Absolutely not. Are all these people that are out here that are donating money going to cure cancer? No. But somebody somewhere is going to make a breakthrough. But they can't do it unless we look at the man in the mirror and say, do what you can. Don't cop out. Don't say, because I can't change the world, that you can at least start changing you. Wayne Dyer said something years ago. He said, if you want to change your outlook, change you. Change your perspective. Because when you change your perspective, when you change your perspective at whatever it is you're looking at, then the thing that you're looking at actually changes by changing you. There's a lot of things that in our life we can't stop from coming to us. But we can look at the man in the mirror and say, your reaction to those things need to change. You know the little story that we tell kids, when you point your finger at somebody, right? You got more fingers pointing back at you than you do at whoever it is you're pointing at. And how many times in a discussion, in a disagreement, in a debate in the world, do we look at it and say, those people should change this, those people should change that? Maybe we should stop for a moment, all of us, you, me, And take a minute and look at the man in the mirror and say, what can you change? If I change my attitude, I might not change the world, but I am going to have an impact on my corner of influence that I have in the world today. So maybe stop for a moment and stare at the man in the mirror. Ask him to change his ways, because no message could come any clearer. If you want to change the world, you got to make the first change. That concludes this installment of Scotty the Trainer Tuesday and the series that I've been dealing with, the message from the music. I hope it's been beneficial. And as always, I am Scotty the Trainer. That's how I see it.